You guys ready for some more singing time? I am. All right, well, welcome back to another singing time. I'm Brother Brandon. I am so glad that you're here with us today. In fact, it seems like that this primary class is a lot bigger than the primary class at my church building. Because at church, I think I have about 40 kids, but it doesn't look like it was just 40 kids that watched the last video. So we are so glad that there are more people in our primary. I'm glad that you are here and that you get to sing with me, do some activities, and just make this day a special day for you and for me. So thank you for being here, and to welcome you, I wanted to sing you a little song. Maybe you could sing it along with me, okay? I forgot something. Do you see what I forgot? I forgot to put on my tie, and I forgot to put on my jacket. I'm gonna have to do that. Hey, while you're waiting for that other guy that's in the suit, let's do a quick little exercise to get you ready for singing. I'm gonna clap a beat. I'm gonna do it a little bit further away from the microphone, but I'm gonna clap a beat and you clap along with me, okay? Here we go. Let's try one more time. Good. Let's try another one. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That was a little slower. So let's try it one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay, let's try one more. Here we go. Can you do that one? Come on, do it with me. Good. I like it. All right. Let's see if we do a little bit better this time. I'm gonna make this side a little shorter. Maybe a little more. We'll see how it goes. Up and around. Going through. Maybe I'm gonna be long this time. I don't know. Looks. Oh, that's pretty good. I am all sorts of colors today. A blue, green pants, gold tie, and this awesome pocket square. Okay, we're ready to sing. Okay, we're gonna sing a welcome song for you. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna play this song for us. Maybe.
Today, hello, we're glad you came our way to share with us our primary day and be our friend in a very special way. Hello, we welcome you today.
Welcome to primary. I am so glad that you're here with us today. If you were not with us last week, I asked a few things of the people that were there. We did an activity, we did a field trip, you found some things outside. I wanted to share some of those things that you had found, some of the pictures that you drew of the things that you were thankful for. They were so cool to see. In fact, I went back out to go and see that same tree that I showed you, that branch. Remember the branch that was as tall as my head? Yeah, I actually can show you that picture right now. Look at this blossom. This was actually just like 3 days ago. That's not bad. And then it snowed, so I'll have to take another picture of it another time. I'm really excited to see those blossoms. But let's show you some of your photos and some of your drawings. All right, we're going to be singing another song, the Thankful Song. We sang this one last week. I love this song. And in fact, I am going to get my flashcards for that. And then maybe show the video like right over here and then show you the flashcards over here or something. I found them. They were downstairs in my basement. What do you think of those? Can you read those? Maybe if I'm a little closer. Oh, right in there, maybe. Like that. That would work. Okay, we'll start the song.
One, for each blessed day. Two, every breath I take. Three, for my family. Four, all they mean to me. Five, just to be alive. Six, for the earth and sky. And seven, for heaven, for every good thing that I have comes from God. Every day, every hour, there are blessings He sends without number or end. If I counted 100 or 1,000, I'm sure there would still be more to be thankful for. 8, for the chance to grow. 9, heart and hands and soul. 10, for the eyes to see all God has given me. I could go on and on, counting the whole day long. I know He is with me, for every good thing that I have comes from God. Every day, every hour, there are blessings He sends without number or end. If I counted 100 or 1,000, I'm sure there would still be more. There would still be more and more to be thankful for.
That sounded so good. Thank you so much for singing it with me. I am so grateful for all of these things. Thankful for each blessed day that we've had, for the breath that I take. These are wonderful things to be thankful for. Let's see, let me just grab a random one. For the chance to grow. You guys are all growing super fast, I'm sure. We are going to learn a little bit from Enos today about prayer.
Chapter 11, Enos. Enos was Jacob's son. He kept the plates and wrote on them after his father died. One day Enos was hunting in the forest. He thought about his father's teachings and wanted to be forgiven of his sins. Enos knelt and prayed to God. He prayed all day and was still praying when night came. God told Enos that because of his faith in Jesus Christ, his sins were forgiven. Enos then wanted the Lord to bless the Nephites. He prayed for them, and the Lord said He would bless them if they obeyed His commandments. Enos also wanted the Lord to bless the Lamanites. He prayed with great faith, and the Lord promised to do what Enos asked him. Even though the Lamanites fought the Nephites and tried to destroy their records, Enos prayed that they would become a righteous people. Enos prayed that the records he had kept would be safe. The Lord promised that someday He would give the Lamanites the teachings that were on the records. Enos preached to the Nephites. He wanted them to believe in God and keep the commandments. The Nephites tried to teach the gospel to the Lamanites, but they would not listen. The Lamanites hated the Nephites. Enos spent his life teaching people about Jesus and the gospel. He served God and loved Him all his days.
Okay, so Enos has a really cool story about prayer, right? There's a part in there where the reason why he prayed is because of all these things that his dad spoke to him, right? About. So his dad is Jacob, and Jacob's dad is Lehi. Lehi was the guy that was in the boat. They went over the sea, and then they came across, and they came to the promised land, and his sons were Laman and Lemuel and Sam and Nephi and Jacob and Joseph, right? So I have got 4 boys. He has more. So that's where he comes from. So he remembered those words that his father spoke to him. And his father learned them from his father, right? So like grandparents, right? So let's do an activity real fast where we get to connect with our grandparents. If they are still around, which I hope they are, and if they're not, you can reach out to your parents. Like the older kids like me, sometimes your grandparents are not here anymore. I don't have any grandparents anymore on my side. So I can just reach out to my parents. So let's do this. The activity is to call or email. So call, email, or write a letter. Oh, that would be fun. Call, email, or write a letter to your grandparents and ask them a couple questions about themselves. Maybe have them tell a story to you about when they were a younger kid or a younger boy or a girl. And then the last question that I really want you to pay attention to is to ask them when they felt God's love. Okay, how'd that go? That seemed like that would be a fun activity. We sing. What do you guys want to sing? I can't hear you. I still can't hear you. Nope, it's not coming through. What if I pick a song? Okay, I'm gonna pick one.
Heavenly Father, are you really there? And do you hear and answer every child's prayer? Some say that heaven is far away, but I feel it close around me as I pray. Heavenly Father, I remember now something that Jesus told disciples long ago. Suffer the children to come to me. Father, in prayer I'm coming now to thee.
Pray, he is there. Speak, he is listening. You are his child. His love now surrounds you. He hears your prayer. He loves the children. Of such is the kingdom of heaven.
Heavenly Father, are you really there? And do you hear and answer every child's prayer? Some say that heaven is far away, but I feel it close around me
now
as I
surrounds you.
pray. Heavenly Father,
Here's your
I remember now something that Jesus told disciples long ago. Suffer the children
Such is the kingdom
I'm coming now to thee.
Okay, did you guys hear the words to that song? Okay, so pray, he is there. This is a parent speaking to you and saying, you know what, I've actually gone through this. It's been really hard for me to figure it out, but he's really there. Speak, he's listening. You are his child. His love now surrounds you. Have you felt that? I have felt that. I've needed that. Heavenly Father hears your prayers. It's true. Sometimes we just have to learn how to listen. I want to introduce you to a special guest that we have in our singing time today, and she is going to help teach us a new skill. In fact, I'm going to have Sister Shelby introduce her sister Shay to you.
Hi, you guys. This is my sister Shay, and she's going to teach us a couple signs. She's deaf, so she can't hear me talk right now. So we're going to learn a handful of songs or signs, and then we're going to sing it in a song after we learn them. So the first sign we're going to learn is happy. Yeah. Are you happy, Shay? Our second one is sad. It's kind of sad. And our third one we're going to learn is love, because we love to love. And our fourth one is excited. So we're going to learn all of those signs and we're going to put them to a song. You ready?
If you're happy and
You know it, clap your hands.
if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're sad and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're sad and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're sad and you know it, give a hug. If you're sad and you know it, give a hug. If you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you love and you know it,
Give a hug.
if you're excited and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! Excited and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray! If you're excited and you know it, then your face will surely show it. If you're excited and you know it, shout hooray! Hooray!
Shay has the biggest heart I know. She is just the most amazing person. We love having her around. Glad that she could be here with us today. You know, this actually calls for a fun activity. You guys can learn a new skill. You could learn some new signs, maybe some sign language. Maybe you could learn how to say, "How are you?" And then you could say, "I'm happy," right? Okay, so maybe you could learn some sign language, maybe you could learn Spanish, maybe you could learn Chinese, maybe you could learn a different language, right? That would be fun to learn. So spend some time with your parents and learn a different language. Okay. Isn't it fun to learn something different? I think even if it's just a few words, I think it's really cool to see something from a different perspective. So that's another thing that I learned from Shay. Shay maybe looks a little differently or talks differently. She doesn't use her mouth very much. She uses her hands, right? She uses her hands to communicate with us, and we can still communicate with her. But even though she's different, it doesn't mean that we should treat them differently. We can show people love, respect. We can show them kindness. So even though we have differences, we can show love. Let's sing a song about this.
If you don't walk as most people do, some people walk away from you, but I won't. If you don't talk as most people do, some people talk and laugh at you, but I won't. I'll walk with you, I'll talk with you, that's how I'll show my love for
right, well, this is the end of our singing time. I am so glad you came with us today and sang with us, did these activities. Next week, I will not see you. We have General Conference. We get to hear from the prophet and apostles and general authorities. It seems like we're going to be talking a lot about the restoration, so maybe you could study up on that and get ready for it. We'll talk about Joseph Smith. We'll talk about the church. We'll talk about the gospel and how it's restored today. What a great blessing it is that we can hear from them and hear from God. So I won't see you next week. See you the next week after that. Happy Sabbath. Thanks.